Hey, my name's Justice Whitaker. I actually spent almost half of my time at NYU studying abroad, in South Africa, Brazil, as well as Ghana. Needless to say, international opportunities and study abroad experiences were a major part of my education. But specifically, I would like to share with y'all today about how my life was forever impacted by living and studying in Accra, Ghana for 10 months in 2005. I spent the first 2 months of my time there in a film production workshop. During this time, I produced a film, and the whole process opened doors in the Ghanaian community and developed lifelong friendships. My roommates Dan and Dama are still like brothers to me. I studied creative writing at the University of Legon with the great Ghanaian poet and statesman Kofi Awamor. I remember he took us to his house for brunch, where we read our final works out loud over wine and cheese. There is an element of being removed from your family and friends. Now, this was 2005, so the internet was really just getting off the ground. Of course, that's easier now. I remember seeing on Ghanaian TV people being rescued, floodwaters going through all these homes. I was like, where is this? Somewhere in Ghana? I realized I had completely missed Hurricane Katrina. That night, I walked down to the NYU library and pulled up the New York Times page and reconnected with my home. I knew people from New Orleans. It was hard. But Ghana helped me really appreciate what I had and gave me more drive and inspiration to maximize the advantages in life once I returned. I can't emphasize enough how all of this influenced who I am as a filmmaker today. The first film festival I ever screened in after graduation was a festival in Accra that was organized by some of my former professors. These were the first steps to who I am as a person. Those experiences also pushed me into education. In addition to producing independent projects, I also teach at a university where over half of my population are foreign students from sister schools in Latin America. So it's sort of a reciprocating experience. I understand what they're going through. As well, my American students all know how much of my experience as a filmmaker came while overseas, and I urge them to follow suit. My friend Dan's a lawyer in New York, Dama lives in Senegal working in media production, I'm a filmmaker. We're all professionals out in the world, but we forever share this common bond. A few years ago, Dan sent me a message with a link to a New York Times article about a mall shooting in Kenya. My former professor Kofi Awamor had been in that mall that day and was killed. Once again, the New York Times had kept me connected to a tragedy at home. My second home, Africa. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not influenced for the better from my time studying abroad. Not a week that goes by without a memory, not a month that goes by without me retelling a story to someone I've met, and not a year that goes by without me thinking about how to return to Ghana. This year I will be applying through the Institute of International Education's Fulbright Scholar Program to return to Accra to teach journalism. Another connection to my everyday, right now life that's fueled by the amazing experiences I had studying abroad in Ghana 10 years ago. I hope you will have an equally amazing experience abroad.